Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter, it's Mr. Joe Edwards. I know it's loud, I know the lawnmowers are behind us, but we're gonna crack on with a 0-0, freezing cold, and you would have thought it would have been a dreadful game to watch if you think of a 0-0, but it wasn't. It was a really entertaining game. Lots of positives to come out from it. I think a lot of people, Joe, would have taken a draw, going into this one, but I think Wolves can count themselves a little unlucky, a little bit frustrated really. They should have really won that game.
I think they'll be frustrated in that dressing room, definitely, because they should have won that game. And of course Leicester have had chances too, and it was pretty end-to-end for a good spell, but Wolves had the better of them for me. And Fabio Silva, of course, I know Schmeichel has made the save, but he shouldn't be allowing Schmeichel to make the save. He should be lifting it over him. A player in confidence or a Raul Jimenez, you'd think would put that away, but that's a player that's developing. So, but all in all, Wolves caused a lot of problems down the flanks, and Johnny's return in the first half brought a lot of calmness at the back. And
calmness until half time, where we saw Hoover come on, we're fearing the worst, but we might as well get it over and done with now that Nuno's confirmed, and we saw him out afterwards. That was always pre-planned, and I guess, Joe, with no under 23s games and reserve games, these you've got to play him in a Premier League game to get him minutes. And so, and look, it was just a pleasure to see him back, and they just looked so much more balanced with him in the side. Yeah,
it looked like he'd never been away, and that is, speaks so highly of how professional and how quality and how committed he is, because he's had surgery on an ACL, and as a footballer you can't really have many worse injuries than that, to be honest. And he's come back, such a quick recovery time, and he's come back and just been the Johnny of old. And of course, him going off at half time, as you say, there was a bit of panic about that, but that was the plan all along, to kind of bring him off, give him 45, and luckily he didn't disrupt Wolves too much. Hoover came on and it didn't look quite as good as Johnny did, but he didn't really knock Wolves off course.
Back three as well. Dendoncker coming into the back three. Willy Boly, as Nuno's confirmed, is going to be out for some time. We know Daniel Podence as well. So as soon as Wolves get back, they lose one or two, which is so frustrating, as is this season. Really, it's the story of it. But look, back three and clean sheet.
Then that's it. I think
you've got to play back three going forward, surely.
I think so, especially with Johnny. He just gives them a real nice.
Semedo looks better in a back three.
Yeah,
as well.
I think so. God, it's so cold. Otto links up with Neto very nicely. Hopefully, Semedo and Traore can start to link up. I think Traore had his best game of the season. I thought he had Justin on toast for a good while in the second half.
It was about 9 yellow cards on it.
Ridiculous. It was like reminiscent to last season, where the only way to stop him was just to kick him down. So, I thought Traore was really good. I thought that on the whole, Kilman was good, Dendoncker was good at the back.
Pedro Neto, stop it. First half especially.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
He's been Wolves' player of the season by a country mile, but it's just that finishing touch. And once Wolves get that back, which is hopefully sooner rather than later, that they should start to climb the table and hopefully have a better end to the season.
And look, it's not just Silva who's missed chances. Moutinho had a great chance today. Neves has got to do better hitting the wall, and I think they've got to change it up really. They've got to get some different people over free kicks, not just Neves all the time, because it's not working. And I think they need to look at that. I thought set pieces were poor today, but Neves, Moutinho, Traore in the first half probably got to do better.
Yeah.
So there are chances that Wolves are creating, and they've got to finish them off.
Yeah, it's not just Silva or not just the strikers. Don't get me wrong, because Neto had one in the second half on Traore's cross where he just hasn't sorted his feet out as well. That was a really good chance. But Jose was very quiet, I thought, today. He didn't really do a lot, and whether that's down to him or down to the players around him, but you'd like to see a bit more from him. A bit of a quiet day, and then Silva comes on and misses the standout chance. As you say, a lot of us would have taken the point beforehand. I said coming into it, a point of take that all day long, but there will be frustration at that, because they've had the chances to win it, and you know, this was a more confident display on the whole. I think there's a.
I think miles better than they did against Arsenal.
Oh yeah, miles better, and you know the point was the least that they deserved, but they could have easily come away with all three.
Yeah, look, you know, going into the Arsenal game, now everybody's really worried, and you thought these 3 games with Southampton as well to come in the week. Well, I know the double head against Southampton, but the one in the Premier League, and you're fearing the worst really, especially after that first half against Arsenal. And yet they've come away. They've got 4 points from 6 now. They can build on that. They can get through Southampton, get something positive from there, and then they've got a nice little run. This team aren't going down. This team are not going to be in a relegation battle. But at the same time, they need to keep up these performances today. And you know, things are looking up, aren't they?
Yeah, if they can keep something like this up, and as I say, just find that killer touch going forward, they'll be, you know, they could well finish in the top half, you know, if they do that, and hopefully keep on progressing in the FA Cup. It's been a difficult season, and of course the injuries to Bolly and Pedence don't help at all. But looking at the positives today, they've kept a clean sheet, which haven't been all that regular over the last few months, and they were good value for that. I thought the middle of the park was decent. You know, nobody had a bad game really. Nobody had nobody got torn apart or anything like that. The effort was there. And as we say, it's just that common theme. They've just got to get it going in front of goal.
So Southampton now Thursday night FA Cup. Look, chance to get into the quarter-finals. It's been a season to forget. However, at the same time, look, Wolves. I assume and I hope Nuno puts out a full-strength side, apart from probably John Ruddy will be in goal. Look, there's chances here, and out of a disappointing or frustrating season where Wolves can finish middle of the pack. They've got a cracking chance here to maybe get deep into the FA Cup.
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, of course injury issues may force their hand a little bit, but you know, you'd like to see their name, you know, a very strong side. Which
maybe Johnny might not be in the side.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, you might want to give him half hour towards the end just to kind of get an error in him, you know, over the 2 games maybe. But play a decent side, and I think if you would ask most people which game they want to win against Southampton, it would probably be Thursday rather than Sunday. Now, at least these last 2 games there in the Premier League, Wolves have given themselves a bit of a platform, a bit of a decent cushion. So yeah, Thursday night, if they carry on like this and find that you know, killer touch, as I say, they should get through.
I've never ever in 20 years of reporting been as cold as I am today. It's unbelievable.
It's
and I know everybody's saying, well, at least you're there. I agree.
Yeah,
however, I am absolutely frigid.
Yeah.
Frigid. Let's go home. Let's have a cup of tea.
A cup of tea, some biscuit flavoured tea.
Wolves 0, Leicester 0 for the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.